Hello. I'm going to do, oh God, shouting. Hello. I'm going to do a share screen and show you how I'm doing some edits in iMovie. Okay, so this is a video that I have recently been editing. It's one of my, just something for my vlog, really, talking about the injustice of the current work system and why I set up passive income. First thing I want to know, I'll let you know, is that I took this this clip from YouTube. So basically, here's the point I made.
It's like, I felt the injustice of it. Like, you know, there's an experiment where you got these two monkeys in a cage and you give one monkey a bit of cucumber and the monkey's like, you know, he does a trick and he gets cucumber and he's like, oh, fine, have a bit of cucumber. And they get the next monkey in the next cage who can be seen by this monkey to do a trick or whatever, and he's given a grape and he's really happy about the grape. And then the next time round they get the monkeys to do the trick again. The monkey A, he does the trick and he's given a bit of cucumber again and he goes mental because he's like, no, this guy got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape. Yum. So it's kind of like we've got this innate set.
So I think like just sort of like to try and make this a bit more natural, I think this is just a touch too long. And what I did, so basically this is the whole clip here. And so as you can see, like it's a really long clip. And if I cut this, oh no, I've done this wrong the whole time. Okay, then my instruction was wrong. What I've been doing was completely embedding it in here so I can chop it up and then pulling it back out. But Z. So how you add an overlay is so the best way I find it, I've got this program, quickly I'll show you, called ClipGrab, and then you put the, if it loads, you put the YouTube video in here, you download it, and then you get it on your computer and on your desktop, and it's really easy, especially if you've got Mac. I'm not really very good with Windows, but if you want to just put a video in it, you just do that, and then bada boom, it's in there, and then you just drag it on here. So, you know, it's pretty easy. Also, something else, oh, rubbish. Right, there you go. Something else I've noticed, if you've got downloads, let's just say, like, so I think I wanted this picture. Did I want that picture? Yeah, so I screenshotted this picture. And I downloaded it. How good is that? So anything downloadable here, you just can drag it, stick it in there, and then, you know, you can just pull it from this, whatever this is called, not timeline, I don't know, whatever, clipboard, and stick it on there. So another trick I want to sort of talk about is if you have lots of cuts and jumps and stuff like that. Firstly, here's a handy tool. If you're editing your videos, click, if you're on a Mac, Command All. So like highlight all the clips. You've got to click on one of them to start with. Click on the clip, Command All, and then click the go to this little button here, this speedy button, and then choose, I go to 180 to all of them. And then what happens is like,
I was like, okay, it's time to grow up. I'm trying to get a job. Well, I did get a job. And within a few weeks, I was like, no, I can't do this. I just wasn't prepared to conform. I felt like I was compromising to myself.
So you can still understand what you're saying, but it moves faster so that you don't have to spend like ages listening to yourself in like slow motion to get to understand how you want to chop it up. I've also, maybe you actually picked it up there, I use, I think it's called Ken Burns effect. I know Ken Burns effect is kind of when it zooms a little bit, but I do this thing.
It's a complicated answer to this. I've never been satisfied with what I've been presented with, really.
If you can see, you could tell here, if this was zoomed all the way out, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Fit. There's this one a fit as well. Oh man. You can see there's a jump between these two, regardless of whether it's fitting or not. You can see my arms aren't on my hips there, but they are there. So I cut out a little bit of footage here, which was just a bit superfluous and unnecessary, really. I just want to try and make it very speedy and quickly. This is what I'm talking about, chopping out fluff, cut fluff. So to make that seem a bit more like it's deliberate rather than like, oh God, she said something that was rubbish and not worth talking about, what I do is I come to this crop button and I zoom in a little bit. So it kind of just looks like I've emphasized it. So rather than trying to pretend it's not there, I actually double it up. And so I make it look like it's more important than it seems. So if I go, So I know I sound really odd, but that's just one of the tricks that I've been doing lately, is zooming in and out when I've got cuts. Sometimes not even when I've got cuts, sometimes when it's just like something I want to emphasize. So I did like a funny little like voice, or so it's a funny little impression here.
And back, I was like, okay, it's time to grow up. I tried to get a job. Well, I did get a job. And within a few weeks, I was like, no, I can't do this.
So I'm going to let's undo the rabbit speed for a second. Normal, and let's do you normal as well, just so I can see what it looks like. I'm just sort of, okay.
Back, I kind of was like, okay, it's time to grow up, and tried to get a job. Well, I did get a job, and within a few weeks, I was like, no, I can't do this.
I just wasn't prepared to conform.
I'm back to the rabbit speed again. So I quite like this, like when I'm like, maybe
I did get a job, and within a few weeks, I was like, no, I can't do this.
I just wasn't prepared to conform.
So I quite like that. It's just an emphasis on that. No, that's something I could kind of do as well. When you hear me talking, I go, no. Like, I don't know. It's just a little quirk of mine.
Within a few weeks, I was like, no, I can't do this.
I did, maybe you can tell here.
I can't do this. I just wasn't prepared.
There's a bit here missing. I like chopped out a chunk there just to speed it up, because I was like, it needs to be more speedy regardless. Because basically you just want to kind of make your videos as quick as possible. If there's a point you go over double time, like boring, already bored of your channel. So you want to just try and make it real quick.
Sense of injustice built within our DNA.
So I'm going to carry, so let's see, I wanted to chop this monkey thing up right now. Let's have a look. Or let's take off the speedy, custom, normal. Okay, let's go.
And the monkey, he does the trick, and he's given a bit of cucumber again, and he goes mental, because he's like, no.
Okay, I reckon no, I'm going to turn back to me. Let's try this out.
Does the trick, and he's given a bit of cucumber again, and he goes mental, because he's like, no.
Actually.
He does the trick, and he's given a bit of cucumber again, and he goes mental, because he's like, no, this guy got a grape.
And now I might reintroduce it back. Let's see how this looks.
Okay, he does the trick, and he's given a bit of cucumber again, and he goes mental, because he's like, no, this guy got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this.
It's not as... So that's not a really dramatic part of that clip. So I'm just going to... I press Control, just in case you're wondering how I'm chopping, I press Control B, which chops, and then I just press the backspace button. And then...
The monkey, he does the trick, and he's given a bit of cucumber again, and he goes mental, because he's like, no, this guy got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape. Yum. So it's kind of like we've got this innate...
I want this sped up. So this goes.
Again, the monkey, he does the trick, and he's given a bit of cucumber again, and he goes mental, because he's like, no, this guy got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape. Yeah. I want a grape.
Okay, so maybe...
Annoyed about this.
So I want him... I don't want it... So here's a thing about cutting fluff, right? So I'm talking about this annoyed monkey.
I got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this.
As soon as that happens there, you see it's really quickly, that the rest of this clip, this is how you cut the fluff, right? So the rest of this clip is not showing an annoyed monkey. Well, it is, but there's a space. So you want to get rid of that. The space is not necessary. That's why I've sort of like cut out this space here. I'm going to show you.
Got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this.
Okay, so he's not showing too much annoyance right now, and I only want...
I got a grape. I'm
going to chop it even more, really splitting hairs.
I got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want...
Oh, see? And there's
I got a grape.
Tiny bit
I'm really annoyed about...
See, you see how his head turns? Let you see all very, very slight movement. So he's already calmed down. So I'm getting ready. I'm just even shaving.
I'm really annoyed about this.
So it's just a tiny bit long. So to really shave stuff off, so it's really, really precise, because we do pick up these really tiny nuances. Dan Holloway will be very anal, but, you know, content shows. I I press the right button, the right arrow, and see there. That's what I want to get rid of. This little head. So can I'm gonna zoom in a bit. Chop you. See if you notice a difference.
Got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this.
Or so.
A grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape. Yum. So it's kind of.
Or this.
A grape. I'm really annoyed about this.
It's just a tiny bit too long.
This guy got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape. Yum.
So there, that when he reaches through, he's annoyed again as well. So I don't need this bit when he's trying to work out how to be annoyed. I want to show him actually really annoyed. So let's give this a go. Let's see how this works. I don't know if they'll work out well. Just join together, just an experiment.
Got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape.
It's kind of nice actually, joining these together.
Yeah. So it's kind of like we've got this.
Let's get rid of Let's see how this works.
The monkeys to do the trick again. The monkey, he does the trick and he's given a bit of cucumber again and he goes mental because he's like, no, this guy got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape. Yum. So it's kind of like.
So I quite like that, and it just by accidentally nuanced at me going yum at the end. And I know it does so in my opinion, it's quite a nice little characteristic of mine going yum. I want to emphasize these things because it just makes me a real person. Just like, eating chocolate fingers in my bed at half midnight makes me a real person. So I'm going to emphasize it. I'll probably zoom into my face. Dragon. So look.
Got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape. Yum.
I think that was just really nicely done. Kudos to me. But that's not what I want to show you. Just how to edit your videos to make them really clean. Right? We're getting rid of all fluff.
So it's kind of like we've got this innate sense of like injustice built within our DNA.
I make a practice as well at the end of every sort of segment. So I'd say that as a section or a segment. So it's like a clause. Look.
So it's kind of like we've got this in.
And so we've kind of like got this. So there's a bit of fluff there. Let's see if we can get rid of it.
So it's kind of like we've got. Kind of like we.
And now what I do is I press play.
Grape. Yum.
And when I want it to pause, see, I could even try and shave me breathing out. Again, I'm just like a lot of this. Sometimes I'll take it off and I'm like, no, it's too much. But if I can make it quicker, any shaving seconds off, this is how you get a minute off.
Yum.
So there's a pause there. So get rid of that. Let's just see how this works. 0.1 seconds. That's how much I like to shave off.
So it's kind of.
You can't even really tell.
I want a grape. Yum. So it's kind of like we.
And now, so it's kind of like that it's not necessary. And so now what I do is I press the right arrow and the right arrow and the left arrow. So I can see what I'm saying. Since I move fast, I have to go weave. And that's where I start. Woof. And you can always cut off the very first part of the pronunciation of the letter. But let's give this a go. So I press B to cut, click it so it highlights it, backspace. Let's try this out.
Yum. We've got this in.
Okay, so that's a tiny bit too fast. So let's put it back a little bit.
Like we've got this. Yum. Like we've got this.
Okay, so what could be is because I maybe.
Yum. Like we've got this innate. Like we've got this.
Let's try. I want to give it a little zoom.
We've got this innate sense of like injustice.
So there's two things I could do here. So because there's a jump here.
We've got this innate sense of like.
Okay, innate sense of like. So I kind of also want to chop that. So what I'm going to do.
We've got this innate sense of.
B. I'm going to chop that there. I'm going to give you a nice little zoom in. Tell me what you think of this. Into my face.
Yum.
Okay, so let's see. Let's have a look at this.
This guy got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape. Yum. we've got this innate sense.
So can you hear just before the weave? There's a little bit of because I talk too fast. Sometimes that's unavoidable, but that's something that annoys me, and I pay attention to, which you might not pay attention to. So then I've got to decide whether I want that sound just before I introduce the subject, or whether I want the whole clause where I'm like, it's kind of like weave, you know, there's a bit of hesitation. So I'm going to test it out.
Yeah, we've got this in there.
So it's not too bad. Let's see if we can shave 1 second off. Okay, so because I'm so anal, it's such a small section, which I get a lot. Listen to that sound. I can't shave it off, it's too big. So what I do when that happens, when I really need to be anal, I just extend it a bit more, and then I play with it.
Yeah, like we
turn this down.
Yeah.
Right there, I want to get rid of it, I think. Let's try that.
Yeah, we've got this innate sense of like injustice, sense of
again, it's too splitting hairs. That's where I want to start from. Let's see how this goes.
Great. Yeah, we've got this innate sense of injustice.
See how beautiful that was. Just getting rid of that right? I just wanted to shave off, and because that's already zoomed in, so so this is where it was before. Actually, I've zoomed in a little bit on this anyway because the ceiling was a bit wonky and didn't like it. And then all I did was chop out the and a bit of the fluff.
Right. Yeah, we've got this innate sense of injustice built within our DNA, and for some of us I think it's stronger, but a lot of people I feel like
okay, so we can
I think it's stronger, but a lot of people
I don't really
I feel like
let's get rid of these two. Let's try this. See what you think.
Stronger, but a lot of people we reject that sort of. A lot of people we reject.
So what is I'm moving too much? So why are you so big?
But a lot of people we reject.
So I have all those frames there. I'm going to go a bit more in. I've got to practice talking slower. See how even when as a fast talker, Dan Shad said I'm already on like speed up mode. So when I'm presenting, because I get a bit freaked out and I'm a bit nervous when I present, I speak really fast, and I'm already someone who speaks fast. So if you can speak slowly, imagine how much you could shave off.
I think it's stronger, but a lot of people we reject that sort of feeling that we're being shafted.
Not even we. For a
lot of people we.
Let's test this out.
But a lot of people reject that sort of feeling that we're being shafted because we've been conditioned to believe that
how is that? Let's see.
Stronger, but a lot of people reject that sort of feeling that we're being shafted.
I want to chop this bit here. Oh, come on. It's splitting hairs again, but I just quite like it. Maybe I just
shafted because we've been conditioned.
Itchy eyes. Oh.
feeling that we're being shafted because we've been conditioned because we've been being shafted because we.
So these two need to be the same because I know, hold on, better thing. So basically, after we've been, I want to cut that
shafted because we've been
see that bit
because we've been.
I want to get rid of that.
Being shafted because we.
So because it's smooth, so I want to extend this part.
That we're being shafted because. Because we.
See how this goes.
Because we've been conditioned.
I love it when it goes like that.
Shafted because we've been conditioned to believe that what is above us, that promotion, the next car is worth stifling that feeling of injustice.
So there's even a little pause there. This is, again, you don't necessarily have to be this in depth, but it irks me if there's unnecessary fluff.
This car is worth.
Look at that. See, there's just like a pause. Get rid of that. And that. And then I'm going to try and do a little zoom if it's too jumpy.
Car is worth stifling.
Let's zoom out. See how that looks. Oh, sod off. And this is just me experimenting. I've never been trained to do this. I only recently learned this.
The next car is worth stifling that feeling of injustice.
It's quite jumpy.
The next car is worth stifling that.
Might be a bit much.
Is above us, that promotion, the next car is worth stifling that feeling of injustice to chase after. And for me,
oh, they are so close. Actually, okay, there you go. So if these two need to be the same, again, you press Control, kind of like if you're highlighting a lot of items, you press Control and then click the ones you want to highlight. So I want these two to be, because you can see there's a tiny jump there, which is unnecessary. So I want them both to be like that. That didn't work. Does that work now? Oh, stop being annoying. Oh man. Maybe that doesn't work. Maybe someone else knows how to do this. Crop. Let's just crop to fit. I wonder if I can. I've got both of them to fit. Now let's chop them down if I can. Oh, it only lets me do it to one. So let's try just work out if I can get both the same. Oh. Oh no. Look that there. Yeah, let's try that.
Injustice to chase after. And for me, I always just felt like
okay, it's a minuscule little jump, wasn't it?
Chase after. And for me, I always chase after. And for me, I always just felt like I can't do it. I just haven't got it in. And for me, I always just felt like I can't do it.
There's a bit of a gap there as well.
I just felt like I can't do it.
I kept like that. There was just a bit too much of the pause that I took away because I wanted to. You don't want to have too much of and like and likes.
I felt like I can't do it. I just haven't got it in me to push this feeling away. I need more. I need to know that what I'm working towards is going to give me something back. I want to have something for myself.
I want to.
It's going to give me something back. I want to have something.
Okay, so there's two little pauses here, which I could probably speed up. Let's try it.
Is going to give me some.
Try a little zoomy zoom.
Towards is going to give me something back. I want to have something. Want to have something for myself, not just to say. I want to have something.
Delete, yeah, delete that by accident.
Back. I want to have something for myself, not just to say like, oh, is going to give me something back. I want to have something for myself.
Let's see if the zoom works. Sometimes you get a bit deluded. You're like, oh God, I'm too much is sometimes too much.
Like I can't do it. I just haven't got it in me to push this feeling away. I need more. I need to know.
When I was being distracted, that seemed not too bad. So let's go back. Let's start from the monkeys.
And then the next time round, they get the monkeys to do the trick again. The monkey, he does the trick and he's given a bit of cucumber again. And he goes mental because he's like, no, this guy got a grape. I'm really annoyed about this. I want a grape. No. We've got this innate sense of...
A bit too much of a zoom there, wasn't it? Was it a zoom?
Yeah. We've got this in...
I think...
Grape. Yeah. We've got this innate sense of injustice built within our DNA. And for some of us, I think it's...
I wonder how it'd look if I zoomed all the way out. Let me try. I feel like fit. Let's try fit. Let's try that.
I want a grape. Yeah. We've got this innate sense of injustice built within our DNA.
What do we think?
I want a grape. Yeah. We've got this innate...
No, I don't like that.
I want a grape. Yeah. We've got this innate sense of injustice built within our DNA. And for some of us, I think it's stronger, but a lot of people reject that sort of...
A bit too much.
But a lot of people reject that sort of feeling that we're being shafted because we've been conditioned to believe that what is above us, that promotion, the next car is worth stifling that feeling of injustice.
That's a bit too jumpy for me. I think it needs to have the stuttering. That work better. Still.
Stifling that feeling of
How about there?
Stifling that car is worth stifling that feeling of injustice.
Nah. I reckon it's got to be the whole thing.
Car is worth. Is worth pushing the next car is worth stifling that feeling of injustice to chase after. And for me, I always just felt like I can't do it.
That's not bad. Let's try this then.
Some of us, I think it's stronger, but a lot of people reject that sort of feeling that we're being shafted because we've been conditioned to believe that what is above us, that promotion, the next car is worth stifling that feeling of injustice to chase.
Sod it.
Worth stifling that feeling of injustice to chase after.
So I kind of just wanted to show you how I did that. How I jump. Oh, so let's go to bed. that's how I want to show you how I edit my stuff. And, you know, every time you mess up as well, what I like to do, keep when you kind of mess up and stick it at the end and turn it into bloopers. And I've got a nice little blooper like this guy. Look, listen, it's a bit loud actually. I'll turn this down to 40. I like it at 40. Look. Oh, it says already a blooper. Okay. See? I've only got one blooper, so it's not worth putting one blooper on this because I'm getting better at this. So what I do, I turn this into 2 bloopers. So that's not very interesting. Get rid of you. I need to have the sound. This. Okay, so if I would turn that into 2 bloopers. You put the sound just before the start of it. Think of it as action.
When I'm asked why I set up my own business,
It's funny. There you go. That's how I do my bloopers. That's how I chop everything up. That's how I zoom and stop zoom. Get off into work having. Actually, I do want to keep this though. How do I just reveal in project media? Oh, you're so big. As you can see as well, this was what the colour looked like initially. It's quite washed out, and I did some voodoo stuff on it. I think I just played with this. But to be honest, I just messed about with all this stuff. I don't think I don't know what I actually did, but it went from this, the kind of country western, to pew. Hi there, cheekbones and eyes. It could probably still do with something. It's a bit like cartoony, but whatever. I'm only on iMovie. Well, how do I say that? I know. I'm gonna just into bloopers anyway. Okay, well, that's how I do that basically. Where are you? Stop share. I hope this is helpful when editing and adding overlays as well. Actually, I'm going to quickly go through something I do with Canva. Oh, I need to charge my MacBook. Nah, I'll do that in another one and I'll share it with you. Thanks, guys.